Russell fam, in today's video we are going to show you how to make corn flake candy. Be back in just a second. Hi and welcome to our Russell's Loving Life YouTube channel. My name is Becky and I am a homeschooling mom of 2 and I have been homeschooling since 2012. If you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. That just lets you know every time we upload a new video. We have a blog, which is russellslovinglife.com. There I give you tips and tricks and things that I have learned during my years of homeschooling. And if you are a returning Russell fam, we are so glad you are back. In today's video, I am participating in a collaboration with Ashley over at Joyful Noise Learning, and we are participating in this collaboration and we are doing virtual cookie recipes. In today's collaboration, I will leave the playlist down in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. There are going to be tons of awesome recipes. Now, I know it is a virtual cookie recipe, but I am going to be making corn flake candy, which is one of our favorite recipes around the holidays. So let's get started. For today's video, you are going to need 6 cups of corn flakes. Here's the box, corn flakes. You're going to need a cup of granulated sugar. You're going to need 1 cup or 8 ounces of peanut butter, and you are going to need a cup or 8 ounces of light Karo syrup. And typically if you buy a bottle of Karo syrup and you buy a 16-ounce jar of peanut butter, you can make 2 batches with this if you buy the big box of corn flakes, because you theoretically are only using half a bottle of the Karo syrup and you're only using half a jar of peanut butter, as long as you get the 16-ounce. And creamy works better than the crunchy, so make sure you get the creamy because you're gonna mix it all together on the stove and you want it smooth, not chunky. Okay, you're gonna need some parchment paper, and you are going to need a heavy-duty spoon and a large pot that goes on the stove. So let's get everything mixed together and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, now we're over on the stove. What we're going to do is we're going to set this on medium heat because we do not want it to scorch. And remember, it's got sugar and peanut butter and syrup in it, so it will scorch. So once you put everything in here, you've got to keep it stirring and keep it moving. So we're going to add in our 1 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to add in our 1 cup of Karo syrup. And we're going to add in our cup of peanut butter. And every stove is different, so if your stove runs hot, just always cut it down. But I start mine on medium and go from there. So we got all of it in the pot. Now we're just going to stir and mix it all up. So I'm going to get it stirring, and once I get it all mixed, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it is smooth now, and you will see a little bubble every once in a while, and that is fine, but you want to keep it going. It is smooth, but you want to make sure that sugar gets melted a little more. If you look real close, you can see that you still see some of the sugar in here. So we're going to turn the heat down just a little bit. I've put it on 4 if you have an electric stove. So we're just going to keep it stirring, and as soon as I get it all done, I'll come back and show you when I get ready to pour it on top of the corn flakes. All right, we have our 6 cups of corn flake right here in this big bowl. We have our pan right here, and now we are just going to dump it all over the corn flakes. You want to make sure you get it all over, and you got to do it while it's still warm, because if you let it cool a little bit, it will not mix well with the corn flakes. So it kind of looks like a caramel right now. Okay, and if under the bowl you can see I have laid out parchment paper. I just put it on the big counter because I have the room. If you don't, you can just put it on cookie sheets. And now we're just going to stir it around and get the corn flakes good and coated. And it is very, very hot, so you do not want to put your hands in it at this moment. You just use the spoon to get it all mixed and incorporated. And just keep mixing until everything is covered, because that way it all sticks. If you have some corn flakes that do not have any of the mixture on it, they're not going to form the little balls that you want, for lack of a better word. All right, so now it is all mixed, and now you need like a big tablespoon or a soup spoon. And I forgot to grab that, so let me grab it real quick. Now I got my spoon. So now you're going to take the spoon and rake off your big spoon, because you want to save every drop of yummy goodness. All right, we're just going to mix them a little bit more. And the best way I have found is, because it is still really hot, you do not want to put your hands in it because the bottom of this bowl is hot. So what I do is I just take a spoonful and I lay it on my parchment paper, like so. And I'm barely touching it with my fingers, just enough to get it off the spoon. And that is the perfect size, if you see. So now I'm gonna do this to all of it and be right back. All right, I have spooned them all out. They are sitting out on the parchment paper. They are cooling off. And the way to tell once they're cooled off is if you can pick it up like this and it doesn't fall apart. That means they are good to go in a cookie tin or a Ziploc. Just know that if they go in a Ziploc, you want to make sure that they are super all done, because they will become one big ball of mess. But you can break them apart and they're still good. So make sure to check out in the description box below, and I will leave you all the ingredients and the step-by-step directions. I hope you have enjoyed this collaboration video. If you have, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to check out the playlist below, as well as Ashley's channel. I will have that in the description box below. As always, remember to be kind, be careful, be considerate, and have a great day. Bye.